One is I've always been doing
One for Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki Shoprite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki Shoprite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned, and as far as Ibejuleki has good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Sea Port is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Port Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your property at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening. Real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor. Now you be Baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arion Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State.
Hello. Welcome back to yet another edition of Business Surgery here at Noble People Television. My name is Benedict Abu. Welcome. With me, I've got a lovely guest here. She's from Uganda. You can see from the color she's wearing. She's from Uganda, a lovely lady. She's going to introduce herself to you. Thank you very much. Sit back, relax, watch, and you enjoy her program.
Hi, everyone. Hi, my name is Winnie Kitaka, or Winnie K, as many know me by. I am a mother of 6, and I'm an author to a book called Empowering Mothers to Mother, one of the many hats that I wear. And I'm here, I believe, specifically to tell you about my parenting work. But I'm pretty sure I will tell you more about some of the other things that I do as well. But Empowering Mothers to Mother is a concept that I believe that as a parent, as a mother, if the mom is fine, the children are going to be fine. If the mom's struggling, then the babies are also in one way or another going to struggle. So my passion is to show or teach moms, is to show them that they can do this. Hence where the name came from, or the title of the book, Empowering Mothers to Mother. I'm also what you will call a sleep consultant, meaning I teach babies how to sleep, and this I do internationally.
Wow.
One of the many things that I do in the arena of parenting. We would run workshops to community groups, teaching moms and parents and dads too, because the world is changing as far as parenting is concerned. And I believe every parent, every mom, every dad needs the assistance to be able to navigate through this journey of parenting. And that's what I do when I've got my parenting hat on.
Thank you so much. I think it's really good coming from someone who've got 6 children, which is amazing, fantastic.
Thank you.
And doing all this type of job, you're doing well. You're actually doing well. I really appreciate it. And you don't even look like it. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I will not say I can't believe it, but within myself, I was like, wow. See, when I saw it on your page, I was like, okay, I might not say, maybe sometimes people actually adopt, or you have the 6. That's really great. I'm really glad to have you here. So with you, you've got vast experience when it comes to children. You know what you're doing because you've got it all.
I do it on a daily basis.
Yes, so which is really great. We're so happy to have you here. You're from Uganda.
I am Ugandan and proud, and I actually run a campaign called
Exactly. That's what I want to hear. That's why I asked you. You're from Uganda.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And do you the business Uganda do you take it to Uganda, or is it just in UK?
Well,
how is it working?
So Ugandans can. I'll give you a little bit of a background.
Yes.
Many times when I've gone and I've introduced myself as a sleep consultant,
Yeah.
people think, you're a what? And you're Ugandan? What's a sleep consultant? It's something that, a profession that not many have heard of, but many people would say to me, oh, but you're Ugandan. And I was like, look, Ugandans can do the things too.
Yeah.
And so that's where the Ugandans can came from. And it's a concept. It is a passion to show my brothers and sisters that we can do just as good as everybody else. And Ugandans Can has started as a campaign, as a hashtag really, to showcase and create a platform for Ugandans who are doing amazing things around the world. And it's continued, and it's now developing into a business that will support Ugandans both home and abroad to be able to discover what their passions are, discover what their talents are, and then be able to turn those talents and gifts into businesses that will yield an income supporting themselves and their families, both home and away.
Wow, I love it, I love it. How long have you been in business for?
I started the Empowering Mothers to Mother when I would say, about 4 or 5 years now. 4 or 5 years, it was one of my maternity leaves.
Yeah.
And it kind of came by accident. After the birth of one of my children, the oldest is 11. During my maternity leave, I remember there was a lady that was training women to be maternity nurses. A maternity nurse is somebody that specializes in looking after babies from the ages of 0 up to about 9 months, 6 months. And I remember they needed a baby to show people how to birth a baby, and I took my baby in to be the model. And she looked at me and she said, you know, you'll be amazing at this. And at the time I thought, I've got my own kids, I can't do this. But long story short, I went ahead and trained as a maternity nurse, and I just did it during my maternity leave. But what I found that was really interesting, that I thought being a mom, if I had everything that I needed, in the sense that if money wasn't an issue, if I had the staff, I thought then parenting would be a walk in the park. But it wasn't, because many of the moms that I met would say statements like, I can't do this, this is too hard, I can't do this. And so what I decided to do is, okay, look, I need to show these moms and dads that yes, they can. And so hence my hashtag for the parenting business is Mothers Can. And so I wrote the book, Empowering Mothers to Mother.
Yeah, show them. Whoa, this is a lovely book.
This is actually a training workbook, but the book is also available on Amazon.
Okay.
People can access the book from Amazon.
Yeah.
And went from there, apart from just showing moms how to breastfeed or how to change diapers, but to actually boost the confidence of mothers and fathers that they can do this. Because if you don't, then who is? And so that's where, and that started about 5 years ago. I wrote the book, launched the book, and the book turned into a business.
Wow, which is really, really amazing. I'm so happy to have you here as a guest. So delightful to have you here as a guest.
Thank you.
Empowering mothers to mother. Because when it comes to empowering mothers, sometimes you get midwife or people who are actually not parents. And that's when you go, after you've given birth, sometimes you get the stress, another thing, and they can't understand, because most time people have what is in practice is different from what you've written in theory.
Yeah.
So with the practical experience, I think it's actually rated. Then you look, because looking at the black community in general, or the African community, African Caribbean community, when you look at them, sometimes they don't have relatives here.
Yeah.
So looking at that side of you, that okay, I don't have no anyone here, or I've just got my sister who lives maybe in Birmingham or in Oxford. How will I get people to help me? So with this help, I think it's a great thing to do.
It is, because a lot of people, I always say when I was asked this question, you know, how do you kind of market yourself? And one of the things that I've set out to do, because it was one thing to tell moms that mothers can, but it's another thing for you to live out what you're telling people. So what I do is I say, look, I've got 6 babies under the age of 11. The youngest are twins who are 3 years old, and I'm doing this. And so I embody what I am trying to encourage moms to be able to do. And you're right, sometimes there are people who are amazing at their jobs, but it's one thing in theory to know how to do something, but it's another thing when you push a baby out. There's some things that nobody can explain. And a mother to a mother who's also a professional in that field will totally understand. But we've got some amazing midwives who not necessarily don't have baby, but they're brilliant. But there's that particular thing that you will only understand once you push the baby out. So I am honored to be able to meet all these amazing women who are doing an amazing job. And I hope mothers out there, you understand. You know what? Sometimes moms, we kind of get recognized on Mother's Day if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And so it's so important. And for me personally, on purpose and consciously, every opportunity I get to praise moms and to appreciate them for the amazing work that they do, that sometimes no one's paying for it.
Yeah.
I am so thankful to mothers for the amazing work you're doing. So if there's any mothers watching, I salute you. Well done.
Sir? Thank you very much, Winfred. I'm so happy to have you here. Winfred, when did you start this business? What year did you start? Because I know in business you have different phases in the UK. Which year did you start?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember. It's 2014. Okay. I remember it was December. I launched the book December 2014.
December. Wow, that's great.
I believe 2014, around about there.
Wow.
And then everything just, because by then I have literally 6 babies to take care of, and just trying to fit work into that whole schedule is a completely different thing. So I started it and just did it. I built it up as I went along. I couldn't do as much work as I needed to or wanted to. But as the children have become older, I free up a lot more time to be able to do what I do. But I think started back in December 2014.
That's really great. You've done it for about 3 years now, which is actually a good thing. Because
I mean, I did it before without starting an actual business.
Yeah.
I was doing it as,
like volunteer.
Yeah, but to actually start the Empowering Mothers to Mother, officially, should I say?
Yeah.
Better term,
the official launch.
Yeah, was December 2014.
Wow, that's really, really great. So we're looking forward to your anniversary. We're looking forward to your anniversary, and we know that will actually be great. And will you work with women?
Yeah.
Because Mothers Can is like working with women, you're empowering women. What are the challenges you face when working with women?
I love women.
Yeah, doing business is one thing, but doing business with a woman, you have to have that special grace. Or so
special
you tell
grace.
Me,
you tell me what is special grace.
Tell me about it. Working with women, empowering women.
I think working with women is we understand each other.
Yeah.
Maybe if you ask me working with men and working with women, the difference. But working with women, I'm a woman myself, and most of us, we face similar challenges. For example, if a woman is a mother, I can totally understand from a parenting perspective some of the challenges she might be facing as a woman. Things like childcare and, emotionally, the guilt of not being there with your children all the time, or missing the school play, or missing bedtime stories. So I can relate when working with a woman. We understand each other, and again, when it comes to business, it's about results.
Yeah.
So as much as I understand and can relate to some of the challenges that a mom or a woman might have, at the end of the day, every woman wants her business to be successful.
Yeah.
And so we as women, regardless of what the challenges might be, we find a way to make it work. And there's so many amazing women that I have met since I started doing this, who are doing an amazing job in spite of all the challenges. So working with women is an amazing thing. You kind of like, you become buddies, you become friends, that you have that friend you could just lean on and say, go, this is getting really bad. And it's a nice thing to do business with women.
It is. It's lovely, because that's the only reason why we can actually relate, because that's the reason why I contact you. And
Yeah.
I've got people who we talk, you can call late in the evening and you talk, as long as you understand, as long as you understand each other, you know where you're coming from and what the boundaries, what you can do with them. And with Uganda can. What are the things that you do with the women apart from the mother-to-mother workshop?
I mean, with the Ugandans can, the question is, what is it that you don't do? With the Ugandans can, I'm totally passionate about being Ugandan, because I remember growing up I came to the UK when I was 8 years old, so I've grown up in London, in England, and I remember growing up, and if anybody can relate, I don't know, but when we were in school and in college, and they would ask you, where are you from? And I remember back then, a couple of years back, okay, not a couple, many years ago, they would ask you where you're from, and many of us, I remember we would say we were from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We would choose one of the Caribbean islands and say we're from there. But I remember as I was getting older, I was like, actually, no, I'm not, I'm Ugandan. And I found my identity as a Ugandan, and that's one of the strengths, I believe, that has led me for people like you to kind of find me. Yeah. And it's something that I encourage, not just Ugandans, but anybody, regardless of what country you come from, because we're living in a world where so many people are struggling with identity, especially our young men and women. You know, for example, you live within the United Kingdom, and okay, you're British, but when you look at yourself and some of the things, even though the word British, the concept, the definition changes so many times. So you have people that find themselves that they don't fit quite well within the Ugandan community, but also they don't fit quite well within the British community. And they find themselves in the middle. And if at home as parents, as parents, if the children are not quite sure, well, what are we? You'll find children that will struggle with their identity. But I'm thankful that my mom at home, we were Ugandan, end of. And so I became so passionate about Uganda. And everything I did was to, if I could find yellow, red, and black, I would wear it. And so with the Ugandans Can campaign, how do I help other women? I help them by helping them to discover who they are. Find what your gift is. Because we're living in a world, especially with social media, there's so many external influences. There's so many things that are trending, and you think, oh, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that. Maybe the in thing is fashion. And it's very easy for everybody to follow the trend, but it's a different thing when you discover what your passion is, when you discover what is that one thing that you are created to do. And when you discover that thing, I say your work should be your hobby, like get paid to do your hobby. So how do I help my Ugandan sisters and brothers? Is A, helping them to discover what that gift is. And once you know what that gift is, then, well, Winnie, how do I change, or how do I use this gift to generate an income? And that's what I do with the Ugandans Can campaign and platform. And create as many platforms. We have a page called the Uganda Youth Collective on Instagram, where Ugandans Can, just put in Ugandans Can, we're everywhere. And it's literally to create platforms that can highlight and showcase the talents of Ugandans who are doing amazing things. I also have one called Africans Can, because I want to make sure that I want to develop the system first with the Ugandans, and then I can multiply it with the rest of Africa, because there's so many amazing things that we as a continent are doing. But for some reason, we are not as good as some of the other continents at promoting our own things. And I believe now is the time we as Africans, we promote, and I come to a show like this. I come to events. I mean, I try to do as many events as I can, but to come and uplift and support my brothers and sisters, because if I don't, who is? So Ugandans Can, Africans Can, mothers can. In general, I can kind of girl. And
it's great. It's great, because when it comes to like promote, it's so funny. They say like-minded people connect with each other. This is the first time we're actually seeing in person, and we've been talking. But you know the funny thing, exactly how you're saying it, that's exactly how it should be. You have to find your passion. I normally say you have to. No one is built for the same thing.
No.
Everyone have got a different task to do, and there are a lot of things that people are gifted in.
Yeah.
But if you focus on your own side of life, because sometimes you see people want to jump and say, okay, this one is doing this, I want to do it. And with what you're saying is really good, because we need to get as many women out there who can show people what they do. They know a lot. They can actually empower each other than just showcasing, this is what I do. Maybe there's someone out there who is actually thinking, oh, I want to do this, but they don't know how to do it. But since a mother of 6 doing it, and you have school run, you have this to do, coping with all these kind of things, you might think, okay, I can do it too, if I've got children. Because there are times when women are at home and they think, oh, there's nothing I can do, or I'm too old. What's your message for the women back sitting watching us and thinking, okay, I'm too old, I might not be able to do things, but they know things, they know how to do different kind of things, they know stuff, they're talented, but they're thinking, my age, they're thinking they've got barrier. How do you speak to them to break that barrier?
I would say to any woman or man that is watching that, look, you're only as old as you think. You're only as old as your mind. You have young people who are 18 who are old in their mind. Yeah. And you have people that look at, you know what they say, age is nothing but a number. You can't allow that to get in the way, because we live, and with technology and all these advancements that we have in this day and age, anybody, regardless of their age, can do anything that they choose to do. You could do absolutely anything that they choose to do. And the fun part of it is, if you could find out what that one thing is that you're good at, that one thing that if I was to wake you up in the middle of the night and ask you, can you tell me about this? You wake up and you do it almost effortlessly. My advice to you would be this. Just start talking about that one thing that you do. And you know, sometimes we think that to start either in business or to start, whether it's a career, sometimes we overthink things. Yeah. You know, you want to have every box ticked. You want to make sure that everything is outlined before you start anything. But I want to challenge people, and I say this, look, if you're on Facebook right now, or Snapchat, or on Instagram, or any of these social media platforms, if you have a passion, let's say your passion is fashion, start by posting and telling us about your passion on your social media account. Yeah. And then people will start to notice, oh my God, she's always talking about fashion. She's always talking about fashion. And then someone like you will call me up and say, actually, I've been looking at your page and you're always talking about fashion. Would you want to come to my show and talk about fashion? Yeah. So before you even know it,
you're out there.
People are watching, because people are always watching. So don't post anything stupid, because people are always watching. And before you know it, you've started. You get invited to go and talk about your passion. So don't ever let age get in the way. Don't ever let the fact that I'm now a mom, because I always say to moms, when I had a baby, yes, I became a mother, which is an amazing thing, but the Winnie didn't die. And if Winnie didn't die, those passions that I had are still there. The things I really wanted to do are still there. And I always encourage moms that, you know, when you come to one of our programs and I teach you how to schedule your day and to make time, I call it me time. Yeah. Make some time for the things that you're really passionate about. And especially for mothers, the reason why it's so important, because now that you have children, you are the #1 role model that your children have. You're the one person that they wake up seeing, they go to bed seeing. And if you're not doing anything because you feel like maybe I can't do it, and because, you know, no, your babies are watching. I remember when I published my book and you asked my daughters, what do you want to be? They said, well, I want to write a book too, mommy. Yeah. You're a role model to your children. So if you're a woman or a man and you're thinking I'm too old, or whatever the barriers are or the obstacles that you're looking at, I say to you, look, don't overthink it. Just get started. Start with your social media page. Start telling us about what is it that you're doing. Just post everything. Don't just post things that have nothing to do with what you're passionate about. But start by posting those. And as you go, and people will begin to notice, she's always talking about fashion. He's always talking about cars. And before you know it, somebody like this amazing lady will call you and say, would you like to come to my show and talk about cars or fashion? And there you've started. So nothing should be a hindrance or a barrier. Don't allow it. And also look at, if you're looking at a particular age bracket, look at other women who are in a similar age as you or age bracket as you and see what they're doing as inspiration and as motivation. But I don't believe that you're too old or you're too young or you're too, it doesn't matter what it is. You're never too of anything to do that thing that you are created to do.
We've got amazing people watching you also live now. We've got Mulindwa watching you. She said, I love you, Kita. Ebony Ambassador is watching.
Hi, thank you for watching, guys.
You've got Maria Majalo watching. Margaret, Reverend Margaret is watching all the way from Kenya.
Thank you for watching, Margaret.
Margaret is
Love
watching.
social media.
Yeah. Victor Adamu Koka is watching us. Prince Koroma is watching. Daryl Adley is watching. Nipa Sophie is watching. Paul Kalisa is watching. Say, awesome lady, just tune in. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, and we hope you're watching us, you're enjoying this program. Share this program with your friends, with your family, because they actually need to hear this. And maybe someone is there, they want to start their own business. Someone is there, they have a passion, and they want to showcase it to the world. My name is Bernadette Abu. I run Business Surgery. I'm the founder of African Business Women as well. So I love showcasing African women, what they do. I have passion for that because there are times when you go to platform, we say we are all British, but then when we go to things that is provided for everyone in UK, we see limited, especially women. We see few women out there, few African women who, even though they've got the status of being British, but they don't go out there to at least attain what is entitled. Because you know, when you get that passport, you pay for it, and then pay for it, but you don't enjoy the benefit. There are a lot of things out there for women. There are a lot of things, but most women will not go out. How do you encourage other people to just come out, just see how things are going, and then join other women who actually, because sometimes when you tell people about events and you tell people, oh, come to this event, they will not turn up, even though you organize the event for them. How do you get them to actually come out and talk to lovely ladies like you?
Well, I'll probably simply put it like this. If you could have the most amazing, let's say, necklace. Like you make the most amazing necklaces, and the few people that have purchased or worn your necklaces are like, wow, she's amazing, she's incredible. But if only a few people know about these necklaces, if we don't know who you are, if we don't know where to find you, because the reason why you go into business or go into any kind of employment is because you want to be successful, you want to have a profit. And so if you have an amazing product, if you have an amazing service, and no one knows about that service, then you're limited at how much you're going to be able to generate. And if I could speak to my African brothers and sisters in particular, many times when we start our businesses, you start your business and you're targeting your Ugandan friends. Don't ever start a business that is only going to target you. For example, I'm Ugandan. If I want my business to be successful, don't get me wrong, my brothers and sisters will support and they will buy. But you're limiting your market. You cannot limit your market, especially if your business is within the UK. Well, how many Ugandans do we have in the UK? And how many Ugandans are going to actually pay attention? So if you're going to start your business, you can't just target just Ugandans. You must target everybody. You must target a wider market. And if you're targeting a wider market, that means you need to go out and meet these people. You need to, if there's a Nigerian event going on, go. If there's a Kenyan event, go. If there's a British event, go. If there's a European event, go. You must get out of your comfort zone. One of the things that I am really, you probably hear it in my voice now, like, calm down, Winnie, that I'm really passionate about is this, is I want our people to come up from a stance of being apologetic. Like, we're almost like, because of what we have gone through maybe in the past, we have this kind of donor mentality expectation that, okay, people should kind of feel sorry for me and buy from me because you look, I'm an African. No, that doesn't work anymore. Not if you want to be a serious businessman or woman. Not if you want to play with the big boys or the big girls, as I say. You must make sure that whatever it is, if it's a product, if it's a service, it must be at the same level and standard and quality as everybody else. Now, everybody that knows me, I love to support my brothers and sisters. But if your necklace ain't of good quality, I will not buy it, and I will not lie to you. Why? I say this, look, do it even if it means doing it scared. Just go ahead and do it. Just turn up, sit in a corner, watch and learn from other people. And whatever you do, make sure you're not just targeting your brothers and sisters. Make sure you're not just targeting, because let's face it, many times it is our brothers and sisters that are not going to buy from us. Yeah. In fact, your people, your crew, your tribe don't want to pay for your service. Your tribe wants you to give it to them for free. Your tribe want discount. So by the time you finish, you're actually making a loss. But if you go out and meet other people from different communities and different parts of the world, you're opening your service and your business up to a wider market. And there's no reason why you can't have a part of that pie. But if you don't get out there, then no one's going to know about you. I mean, look at me here. You didn't know me. No. This is the first time literally talking to you. But why did you get in touch with me?
Because I've seen what you do. I looked at your profile, see what you do, and I was like, I think I saw you on one forum first, and I was like, okay, I need to connect with her. We've got similarity. We've got things that actually we can work together because we've got the same passion. Mm-hmm. So I look at it and to say, okay, we're in the same line of business. Mm-hmm. I need to speak to this lady. Then I added you. Then we started communicating. I was like, can you come to my show? And you're like, oh yes, I will.
Exactly. So the point is, you saw me at some forum. Yeah. So if I didn't get out of my comfort zone and went to this forum, me and you wouldn't be having this conversation. And I will also encourage our brothers and sisters, you don't have to be a loudmouth like me. You don't have to be as loud as me. You could just know your thing. If you're good at what you do, get out there and let the world know about what you're doing. And whatever you do, make sure it's of a high standard. Because we can. And you can. We can.
Ugandans can. Everyone can. So you can. You can do it. And actually, if you have this I can attitude, there are a lot of things you can do.
Absolutely.
Because when you're doing business, especially here from this side, there are lots of challenges, lots of barriers, a lot of things that will actually make you think, okay, I cannot do this. But if you have that attitude that, okay, I can do this, okay, I know this, so because I know it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And you will try to push yourself to be able to do it. Because when it comes to motivation, it comes from within. So if you know you can be able to motivate yourself.
Absolutely.
Because even when people motivate you, but no one is going to wake you up
in the morning,
drag you from the bed. And normally, so when it comes to things like free money, no one is going to call you.
Yeah.
So if it's something good, definitely people are not actually going to go and call you to say, let's go there. This is actually great. People can advertise it, but they're not actually going to bring you directly from home for you to do it. So you have to have that I can spirit to say, I can do this, I can be there, I can actually achieve what any other person can achieve. Absolutely. What anyone can do, I can do it too.
Sure.
So if you have that type of spirit, you will be able to win, because success you win within your mind.
Yeah.
Not just physical, because you can have all the resources, but within your mind you say, oh, I can't. You'll never be able to accomplish it.
And one way to kind of get that I can do attitude is check your circle of influence. Who are your friends? Who are the people you watch? Who are the people you're following on social media? If those people you're following don't have that I can attitude, I promise you're going to be, what does it say? Bad company corrupts good character.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. So if maybe you're saying, look, Winnie, I hear what you're saying and it's an amazing thing to do, but I just don't know how to get this I can attitude. Then my advice to you would be like, well, hey, follow me. But find people that motivate you. Find people that have that I can do it attitude and follow them. Unfollow all the people that are negative. Just right now, just unfollow. And find some positive people. Follow them. Buy their books. follow them everywhere, because the more you're seeing them, the more you're watching them. Like you say, faith comes by hearing the word. The more you see it, the more you see it again and again, you're going to develop the same attitude. That's one way to develop that I can attitude.
I'm laughing because this is actually, that's exactly how it should be. And when it comes to business, you need to surround yourself with people who can empower you.
Yeah.
Because someone said, if you're in the room with people who you're the best, you'll never be able to be lifted up, because they will always want to bring you down. But if you surround yourself with I can people, they will always try to push you above or ahead in order to make you to be able to
You're learning from them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that you should be able to say, you can. Thank you very much, Mr. Noble. They say nice program. Thank you very much. I was just checking the program because he froze earlier on. So,
okay.
It's really good because sometimes I unfriend people. If I see you're not inspiring me, you're not supporting my vision, it's not by force that people support your vision.
Sure.
But if you surrounded by someone who is actually not inspiring you,
they're
not working towards what you think, they don't have the I can attitude, in as much as they're talking about, like practically they're not doing it, it's good to delete. I normally, once in a while, check my surrounding, delete people, unfriend people, and sometimes people think you're arrogant. Sometimes people think you're proud. How do you manage it? To just don't think and have a thick skin. How do you manage it with business?
But you know what? You've got to know why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I didn't start this to start a club where I don't achieve anything. There's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I got 6 kids. I've got to pay for all these kids. Yeah. So I have a reason behind what I'm doing. I have a goal. I am walking towards somewhere. So if I am walking towards that, let's say that journey going towards a place, and then I meet someone on the way, and they want to get me, of course, why would I want to go with that person? Because my thing is this, I like to keep it honest and simple. Because I'm always around children, so I will always give examples that are really simple. If you're going to Lucian, for example, and you're going on the way, everything is going fine, you bump into somebody and say, look, I'm going to Peckham. Yeah. Do you want to come? Why would you go with them to Peckham? And it's the same thing when you're doing business. If somebody is not in line with what you're doing, they may have amazing ideas and amazing intentions, but if it's not going to lead towards where you're going, learn how to say no. I have learned I have perfected the art of saying no, thank you.
I think we need to meet for coffee after this.
Thank you. Because this is another thing that we as Africans have.
Yeah.
You're trying to be friends with everyone.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to run a business. I'm not trying to be your friend. Like now on social media, you're trying to get everyone to like you. You're trying to get everybody to share your stuff. It's not about likes, it's not about shares. If you're good at what you're doing, the right people will come. Yeah. So how do you get that thick skin, or how do you get that confidence to be able to pursue what it is that you want to do? Number one, know what it is that you're doing. If you know what it is that you're doing, if you know where you're going, you also know what roads are not going to take you there.
Yeah.
So if someone suggests a road that is not taking you to where you know you're going, you just simply say, thank you so much, but no thank you. If you know where you're going, if you know what you're doing, and somebody makes a suggestion of an idea, because you know what you're doing, it becomes easier for you to say, oh, I appreciate that, but no thank you. And that's where people say, where do you get the boldness to say no? And a lot of people don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
It's not being rude, it's being assertive. They're two different things. You learn how to assert yourself. And I remember I learned this. I used to work at the Treasury, and I used to work during the times when Gordon Brown was in the office at the Treasury. And I was there this is after my university days, as a personal assistant. And I remember during the budget times, it was so busy. People would work like 24 hours around the clock. And the PAs from the Prime Minister's office, they would say, look, you need to get this in the diary. And I was scared. So I would delete my boss's meetings because I thought those were more important. And then he said, okay, that's it. You're going to go and learn how to be assertive. Being assertive simply means you state your case without being scared. Because many times we think if I say no, I'm going to be rude. That's you trying to impress everybody.
Yeah.
If you want to be in business and succeed in business, know what it is that you're doing, know where it is that you're going, and everything else that does not lead you to where you're going, you simply say thank you, but no thank you. And that's how easy it is to do. The reason why sometimes people are scared to say no, because they're not quite sure. And they're like, well, what if this is going to be the one that's going to work? Well, what if? I don't want to miss it. And that happens if you're not quite sure what it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
But if you know what it is that you want to do, it will give you that confidence. And I also say to people, take time and perfect your trade. Take time and that strength, that thing that you're doing, that service, perfect it. Because when you perfect it, you will attract the right people. And definitely do not be afraid to say no. Can you imagine if I said yes to everything? I'll never see my kids. It's not going to happen. And for me to leave my children at home and go to something, it's going to be something that is in line with what I'm doing. So I would, especially for my sisters, I would encourage you, don't be afraid to say no. Look, if people don't like you, at least let them respect you. Okay, you don't like me, but you're going to respect my hustle because I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And before time, you're going to say, do you know what? She's got a point. Because now she's getting this much. Now her business is all over the place. Now she's getting invited everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't look for people's likes. Look for their respect.
I like
That's
that.
what I was
I'm learning
saying.
a lot. Thank you. We've got via St. Paul says, awesome lady, just tuning. Anna Kalawa says, keep it up, my lovely sis. Paul says, totally agree about providing services and products that will compete in the international market. Let me start it again. He said, totally agreed about providing services and products that will compete on the international markets. You know your market and know how to provide authentic products. I totally agree with you. As a strategist, I will tell you, you're absolutely right, Paul. That's exactly how it is, because you need to be up to a global standard.
You have to.
And 24 hours we live in the global world, because Facebook is a global platform. People are, like now, we've got people watching from Kenya, we've got people watching all the way from Sierra Leone, we've got people watching in Nigeria. So if what we're producing right now is not good enough, they'll be like, okay then, let me just go and sit or watch telly.
Or watch the England game.
England football.
I know, that's the one thing I realized. We're on while England is playing.
Yeah,
and
we even have people to actually stay and comment. Tasha Banks says, hello, hi Tasha, how are you? Kenneth said, Kenneth said, we become like the people we most spend time with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you for the awesome program. You're welcome, Kenneth. Thank you very much for joining in, and thank you for contributing to this program. Thank you all our viewers that are watching us. We really appreciate you. Share this program with your friends, with your family, because people might want to do business and they might look at it like an hobby. Because when you do business and you don't use the right structure, you don't use like the nose, you just want to do things and try to impress everyone. In business, we've got like a target audience to say, okay, if I want to impress, if my business is within 16 to 18, those are the people I want to impress, not impressing toddlers or this one or that one. So you need to see, okay, I want to impress people who are business minded. Because if your service is to like B2B, you need to know who you're going to try to impress, because they're the ones you want to buy. And you impress people you want to do business with. Because you want to, as you said, actually, I'm really liking what you say. Because looking at what you said earlier on, saying about you need to put your market out there. You need to showcase. You need to go out on an event. If they invite you to an event, no event is too small or it's too big. Go out there. You don't know who you meet. You don't know who will be interested in what you do. So my advice to you is like share this video, listen to it over and over again. Surround yourself with happy people. Surround yourself with people who are in line with your vision, one in line with your objective. We know we have friends who are not in line, but you don't need to avoid them totally. But when it comes to business, get them out of it and keep moving on, because you need to move on. You need to say I can and I will. I can do this and I'm definitely going to do it. I like the concept of empowering mother to mother. How often do you do this? Let me show my viewers, because I even love the books. I love the book so much. It's called Empowering Mother to Mother Training Workshop, Winnie Kitaka.
Winnie Kitaka, but if you're Ugandan, Winnie Kitaka is how you say it.
Wow. It said everything starts with an idea or a disaster. I'm reading the book to you. So this is a book I think everyone should get. What do you really want to do? Ask yourself this question. What do you really want to do in life? Do you have anything you want to do? Take it out and start doing it. They said don't forget your dreams or they will forget you. I'm just giving you instinct for you to like say, get a boss to say I want the book, because you might not know what the book is about. I think even just looking at the cover showed me it was a great book. Sometimes others see things in us we don't see. That's a really good one, because there are times when people will see things and they know, oh, this is what you can do. You're really good at it. But within yourself, you don't see that, and you think, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't. And people looking at you like, wow, you're great. You can talk. And
I mean, let me give you an example. This necklace that I'm wearing,
the
young lady that now makes, and she's one of the ladies I'm working with the Ugandans can. When I first met her, she was considering go and work in one of these Arab nations as a maid. And I said, well, what can you do? And she goes, well, I do some necklaces. I said, send me. And she sent me this. I said, are you kidding me? You have a gift and you want to go and do what? And so from there, I said, look, no. You're not going to go and work there. I want you to make me this necklace. She makes an amazing range of necklaces. Make them for me. I am going to create a platform, a market to sell this for you so that you don't have to go and work as a slave. You could stay at home. And what I'm going to need you to do, because there's going to be a demand for what you're making, what I want you to do, I want you to start training others who would go and work as maids in these countries. So that way you're not only doing something, you don't have a gift that is going to support you, but actually you can teach others to do the same. And that's exactly what this amazing young woman has done. So definitely, this is what it means, when you need to get out there, because when you get out there, people will see in you. You need to connect with people. People will see things that maybe you take for granted. Or maybe you think, surely you cannot make this. This can't become a business. But because of this amazing young woman, we've started a whole concept, a page on Instagram, check it out, called I Wear Ugandan. And I Wear Ugandan is a platform now to promote made in Uganda by Ugandans who are doing amazing things, but thought they were not good enough. And so definitely connect with people, because those people may help you to identify gifts that you think are non-existent, but somebody else will see it and somebody else will appreciate it.
Because I've been doing business training. I've done public speaking before, but I never knew I was going to be a broadcaster until when I came here. I came to Mr. Noble to actually organize, because I do Black History Month. As I said earlier on, I'm the founder of African Business Women. So I was organizing an event for Black History Month. So I came to do a program here, just a program to advertise my business. And he said, oh, do you know you can be a broadcaster? And I was like, okay. He said, come, then we'll talk. Well, that's how it is. There are times when people will see something in you that you don't know you have that gift. So there are different ways for you to know your gift. One is your desire. Two is like people will see it on you and identify those gifts. There are lots of other ways. I'm still with the book regarding
Empowering
Mothers to Mothers. I'm still with the book, because I want you to buy this book. I want you to get this book. If they want this book, where will they get it?
If you go into Amazon, the book is available on Amazon. Just put in Empowering Mothers to Mother or Winnie Kitaka. That will lead you to the book. When I go home and I watch the program, I'll put the link to help you.
Say, are you trying? Wow, it brought me to actually a very good question I normally like to talk about, or which you say, are you trying to compete with someone? Why? Tell me a little bit about that sentence. Because if you teach this, I know you will know how to do it well. this is the first time I'm seeing this book, right? This is the first time I'm seeing this lady. I've never seen her, but what she said is like, it looked like she just took the whole program of business surgery and put it to one book.
Fantastic. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, so that means you've got good stuff. You've got good stuff. Please buy this book. I will tell you, if you want to do business, buy this book. It's amazing stuff on this book. Trust me. When I tell someone, for me, I don't just say things to just amaze someone. If I tell you you've got something good, you've got something good. I'm very clear and blunt. I like this. They say, are you trying to compete with someone? Why? Tell me a little bit about this and tell my audience. We're looking at the book and look at it. I didn't make up I actually did not make up the question. It's actually on the book. Buy the book if you want to see that. I'm not lying. And I didn't make up. And this book was written far before I met this lady. To say I told her to put it in. Let me see publication date.
Yeah.
When did you?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. I never knew her 3 years ago. Trust me. So with what she's saying, you've got a good stuff. Tell them about, are you trying to compete with people? Because sometimes people want to compete with you.
The reason why that question is in there, that particular book that you have, it's a training program that came from the book.
Yeah.
So you have the book and then you have the training program that you could go away and you do in your own time to help you again discover what is it that you want to do. And one of the questions I always ask people, well, why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because if you're doing what you're doing because, look, I saw that somebody started an awards event, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it too. You're in competition with those people, not because it is something that you're passionate, not because it's something that you feel this is what I was born to do or this is what I was meant to do, but you're just doing it, well, if they can do it, I could do one too. You're just doing it because you think, okay, maybe it's an easy way to make money. This is why you will see within our community that we have so many events, so many awards, dare I say, rise up. And after 3-4 years, if they last that long, they're nowhere to be seen.
Some after here too, you don't see them.
And the reason, I believe the reason for that, because if you're doing anything and you're not doing it because you genuinely want to do it, but you're doing it as competition to somebody else, that is the wrong reason for doing something. And you're not going to be able to last very long. And when you meet obstacles, there's nothing in you to drive you to get over them. There's nothing in you that will push you to keep going because you're doing it for the wrong reason. So whatever you do, don't do it because you're competing with somebody else. Don't do it because you're trying to be somebody else. One of the hardest things to do in life is to try and be like somebody else. It's the most uncomfortable thing, but just do you, be you. Don't do anything because you're doing it in competition with somebody. So the reason why I put that there, because I want people to really think about it.
Well, that's really good, and that's actually how it is in life. You see people doing things because that's what is doing it, or maybe because they want it to close down, so they'll do the same thing. And it's actually common when it comes to like black community.
Yes.
Yeah. Will this competition solve it? I like this question. So if you really want to know what is in the book, I'm not going to give you everything that is in this book, but it's a great book. For me, I'll tell you, I'll tell you it's something that is actually good for you. Empowering mothers. If you want to be empowered, actually this is something you need to get. This is one of the most read book for you. Have you lost confidence in your innate mom ability?
A lot of people don't have the confidence. They think they can't do it.
Look at the book. I'm reading from the book. Look at it.
But you can. Let me just talk to the moms for just a minute.
Yeah.
If you as moms say, I can't do this, I am telling you one thing that children are so absolutely amazingly good at. They are good at copying or imitating everything they see. And that's why I say to moms, if you want your child to do something, telling them might take a long time, but you do it, that child will automatically copy. I'll give you an example. If you want your baby to learn how to clap, you start clapping. What's going to happen?
They'll clap too.
The baby's going to start clapping in the same way. That's what's going to happen with with our children, that whatever we want our children to do, we've got to become that. And if you don't have the confidence sometimes comes because sometimes we belong to groups and networks, and within those networks, even though they're amazing for moms to be able to go out and communicate with other people, but actually sometimes they've become the very places where women's confidence has been trashed, because they've looked at this other mom and she looks absolutely amazing, and she looks at herself, all food down her clothes, and she's like, well, maybe I'm not that good. But moms, let me let you into a secret. See all those things that you see on our Instagram pages and we look amazing? No, that's called filters. That's called that one amazing day that I had time to do my makeup. I don't always look like this. No. Normally it's a gown and whatever. Don't let those things beat your confidence. Why? Not because of Winnie and because of Bunny. It's because for your babies. Don't allow anybody to beat your confidence, because when it's gone, your babies suffer. Yeah. Your babies are looking up to you. And I tell you this, another secret. Most of the things that moms say, I used to say men lie. No offense, brothers. Men don't lie. Mothers lie. We lie for no reason, because people think because you push a baby out, because you're a woman, of course you should know how to be a mom. No, it's not automatic, because when you want to be a lawyer, you go to school. When you want to get married, you go get those counseling lessons. But when you want to be a mom, where did you go to learn how to be a mom? Nowhere. But yet society is expecting you to know everything. But the reality is sometimes we just don't know. So don't allow that to beat your confidence, because it appears that some people are better than you. Actually, they're just struggling just the same way as you're struggling. And don't let anyone, don't let any social media post, don't let any group beat down on your confidence. Anything you're not quite sure about, pick up a book, ask somebody, read something, but you too can do it. That would be my advice to moms.
Thank you very much for this advice. I really, really appreciate it, because as a mom too, I'm learning from what I've seen on this book, and actually I'm going to buy this book. So you can check this book online on Amazon. And if you want to order the if someone wants to come to you. So
if you could, I'm on many social media platforms, just go put in Winnie Kitaka. You'll find me. Or use the hashtag Mothers Can. You'll find me there too. Or Ugandans Can. You will find me there too.
Okay. So you'll be able to find her, you'll be able to see her, and then you can talk to her, and if you want her on your program, you can invite her. Mm-hmm. And she's actually a brilliant lady. Just looking at her page, I can tell someone is brilliant. I can tell someone is copying without meeting you. I will know, because I'll read some things, as just as you said, post things that are real, post things that then people will know what to do. I can go through your field and see and know that, okay, this person is really good in their game. They're really good in what they're doing. So she's really good at what she's doing. She knows what she's talking about. Contact her. She's called Winnie Kitaka, and you'll be able to see her. Actually, she didn't even know I was going to post the thing on Twitter, and I posted it, and she was there as well. I posted it on Instagram this morning, and she was there. I could able to find her, and she was able to find my post. So contact her. She's a great woman. She's from Uganda, so you will be able to network with her. And if you want to get inspired, read a book, because this is a great book, and it will help you how to become empowered mom, how to get time with your children, how to get your baby to sleep through the night, mother as a role model, letting go of guilt, raising confident children, how to prepare your children for the arrival of a new sibling, set up for yourself and your children, how to ask and accept this and accept help. Wow. It's a lovely book. I didn't look at the book. I just saw the title. I knew she was an author, but I didn't have the time to read and go through a book. Normally I would have checked. But this is actually a great book. I've only seen this book now. So if you want to order yours, you can go online and order this. It's a great book. And if she can do it, you can do it too. Absolutely. I'm not saying copy, but just think, what's your passion? What you're good at? What's your purpose in life? Think about it. And see what you can do without being stressed about. Because there are times when you meet obstacles in life and you might not know what to do. So in life and in business you have to have passion for it. When the going get tough, you need to know, okay, I still can do it. I still, no matter the obstacles in this business, I still want to forge ahead to go along with my business, and it will help you. It will help you become a very good role model to your children. Even when you go to their schools, it's so amazing when the teachers, they know you're doing something.
Yeah.
The way they talk to you. I normally tell people, especially in this black community, when you go to children's school, if the parents know that, the teachers know, the way they will treat you or talk to you, they can call you in the school at any time they want. But when they know you're busy, they know you're doing something, they have that respect for you. So if you have any desire to do business, start it. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait till you get all the right resources. The resources will come. My bishop normally says, where there is a vision, there is a provision. So if you have that desire, actually go for it and do it, and God will actually help you. Thank you very much for watching this program. This is Business Survey. My name is Bernadette Abu. With me, we've got Winnie Kitaka. Winnie, what's your last word for my viewers for today?
My last word will be to you. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. But I would say to you, look, you're here for a reason. The fact that you're still breathing, the fact that you're watching us right now, there's a reason why you're watching us right now. And don't allow anyone or anything or any circumstance tell you that you can't, because you can. There's a reason for your existence, and go ahead, find out what that is. Connect with people, keep watching us, watch us on our separate accounts. I would say to those of you, if you need any kind of help, if you need any, message me. I'm happy to talk to you, and I'm happy to continue this conversation when we're off.
Don't worry, the next program I'm doing in July, I will bring her in for you. So you're going to have more, so that we have more time, because this is just a 1-hour program, and we're nearly coming to an end. I'll invite her when you have a whole day with her, when you can listen to what she have been doing. So you have more time to ask her questions. If you have questions to ask her, so you'll be able to ask her questions. And see, because there are times when you will not be able to ask questions now, or after you've listened to this program. That's why I said go over this program. You're watching us live at Noble People International Magazine, Noble People Television, and share this program with your friends, with your family. If you want to be a guest in our program, contact us. The number is on the screen. You can contact us on Noble People, and we'll be able to get you in any of our programs, depending on the topic you have, depending on what you do. That will determine which program we'll put you. We have different programs at Noble People. So contact us. If you want us to do your red carpet event, contact us on Noble People International Magazine. We do red carpet, we do other media production. We have our own magazine as well. So if you want to advertise on our magazine, the next edition is coming out soon. If you want to advertise on our magazine, contact us on Noble People, and we'll be able to publish anything that you do. Thank you very much, everyone that is watching us. We hope you enjoy this program. My name is Bernadette Abu, and if you check on social media, you get me there. Anything, contact me on Noble People, and we'll be able to see how we can work with you. So thank you very much once again. And my name is Bernadette Abu. With me, I have got Winnie
Kitaka. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Don't go away. We have another guest coming in. Beautiful ladies, beautiful beauty queens. Don't go away, as I am saying. I forgot I have another guest. I almost want to say, so we'll meet again next week. But I'm going to end this program with Winnie, and I'm bringing you some beautiful ladies. Do you want to see beauty? You wonder why I did makeup and this? I'm going to have a beautiful ladies coming. Thank you very much once again for watching us on Noble People TV. My name is Bernadette Abu, and my guest is Winnie Kitaka. Thank you and goodbye.
Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki Shoprite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, BGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Realtor says get your property at affordable prices.
Wow, thank you.
Aspire Realtor is here for me. Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Realtor, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have states in deep